this is going to be clever.
Welcome to Jurassic Spud.
That actually looks quite gross.
Today we're back testing some more viral kitchen hacks, right?
We are.
The first one, let us start with this.
Oh, that was the pan I was thinking of.
Have you ever been in the situation where you want to slice up a lettuce, but you forgot your knife?
Yes.
Well, tuning fork, a pizza cutter is for life, not just for pizza. Imagine you just like got no other cutlery apart from you just live on a pizza cutter to get through your life. So take off the end, yeah, that's it, take that off. Right, let me get rid of that.
I feel like I'm just packing it up.
Yeah, but look.
Oh, okay. That's what you're going to do.
Well, it gets tougher at the top.
Yeah, I started at the tougher end.
So there we go, that's it. Slicing up a lettuce with a pizza cutter, I think 10% more fun than a knife.
Yeah.
That could work on so many other vegetables, right?
Cabbage.
Pizza. Maybe like softer ones, like maybe not carrots, that's a hack coming in a minute. Peppers.
Peppers.
Yeah.
Courgettes.
Courgettes, aubergines.
Onions.
Yeah, just about.
No.
Oh, actually, let's find out. Now, there's actually a secret online club of pizza cutter enthusiasts. So I'm worried about the double, we call it the double curvature. I'm worried that this is rounded and that's rounded, so I think we might need to go this way. But
I'm worried this is quite dangerous.
I think we can take the ends off. Oh. You need like a larger wheel. You need like a penny farthing one. Okay. Not bad.
Kind of worked.
Well, like we say, like softer veg would definitely work.
Why did I suggest onion?
I think that was fairly successful.
Me too.
The onions, let's not talk about that.
No.
Hack number 2. Have you ever been in a situation where you want to soften up potatoes quickly in the microwave?
Yes, I have.
Actually, jacket potatoes, right?
Yeah.
Mrs. B loves a jacket potato in the microwave.
No, I like starting them in the microwave because it's quicker and then finishing them off in the oven.
And I know a lot of people feel the same way. I have patience. All right, so we've got some potatoes that we've just washed, I'd say like medium-sized, and some bamboo skewer things, okay?
Okay.
To be specific, they are called bamboo cocktail forks.
Oh, I've never heard of those before.
Very fancy.
Aren't they cute?
They are. I'm just covering your face so people can see them. Look at that. They do generally look like forks. Push into the potato like fairly most of the way in there, okay? And what we're doing is you can pretend that it's a table, you can pretend that it's a farmyard animal, but with every sort of like stick that's going in there, there was another hack I was sent where someone said about baking a potato with a fork shoved right through it. Obviously, it acts as like a warm probe that goes right into the middle of the potato, so it might cook it quicker. And because you've punctured the layer on the outside, you're getting into the middle, and that's the whole point of this.
A wooden fork, not metal.
No, it's a metal in the oven. In the oven.
Oh, I thought you said, I'm sure you said microwave.
Well, yeah. So you should be left with something that looks a little bit like this. I sound like a school teacher, sorry.
Stick some, like, 2 little beans on there for eyes, or peas, or sweet corn.
Okay, you just...
And you could make little you can make little hedgehogs. They're beautiful hedgehogs.
Shall we just get them in the microwave?
I said hedgehog.
Welcome to Jurassic Spud.
I feel like...
They were so preoccupied whether they could, they wondered whether they should. Is that it? Oh, brilliant. 4 minutes, it should super soften it up. It's like you're doing a nativity display.
I know, I feel like I am doing a display of potatoes. Now it's like Jurassic Park.
Ah.
Hot.
Yeah, we left that for a couple of minutes as well. It's still warm, isn't it? It's like nuclear. Blimey. So we might as well use this board still to, they look wrinkled.
They look like they've softened.
Yeah.
And they didn't take very long at all.
The ultimate test, mate. Let's just mash it with a fork to show how soft it is. Ooh.
That's
would you use that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You're not going to get that lovely charred skin on it, but a lot of the time with potatoes like that, do you know what? And it was quite fun as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
2 out of 6. That's successful.
No, it's not. It's 2 out of 2.
2 out of...
No,
6
it's
so far.
quite clearly. We've done 2. It could be 2 out of 6. It could be. Our thrice hack today. I'm quite excited for this one because it's like quite good for if you have a lot of recycling in this particular shape, which we actually do. In fact, we'll use one of our leftover ones. We're going to make a coffee cup holder. Now, internet, I'm going to tell you a true story. Whenever I film a video with Mrs. B, she loves a coffee, and you're very good at this. You're like, no, we're going to take a break now. For me, for example, when I'm doing the Clear Big Mac, I'm like, head down, and at the end of the day, I'm like, I can't drink. So Mrs. B made coffees earlier. There's Mrs. B's, and this is mine, which is actually perfect because it's cold, and also we can use it for this, okay?
Okay. These are like quite big mugs though. Yeah,
do you want to pour my coffee into that cup? All right, cool. So that is a carton. What is it, a carton of, Mrs. B? Doesn't matter, you can do this with any carton. So we don't need a pen, but just to help our sanity, we are going to do across here and across here, okay? So we're going to leave this bit here as a little bit of strength. Okay, so we're going to cut crosses. The benefit with this is that you can kind of punch these down and it will kind of bite as needed. So if you can imagine, you've got someone who's got a car that doesn't have a console in it or a coffee holder. The shock, the horror, you can hopefully wedge your cup in there like that. Okay. So you have got, from your recycling, like a general travel cup holder or just something to have around. Imagine that, you don't have coasters in your house. You're doing your recycling and you have that where you serve someone, and yes, I will have my cold coffee now.
I like that.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It tastes different in that. I don't know what it is.
It's the paperness.
It is the paperness. Hack number 4, actually, we'll probably do 2 at the same time with this. Have you ever been in a situation where you've got someone who is horrendously picky?
You're looking at me when you say that.
When it comes to pasta. Because, Penny, for your thoughts, you've got someone that, for silly reasons, wants to have a different shape or type of pasta. So, however, with this, I have gone for the penne to be red lentil. So you might have someone that actually wants lentil pasta because of their diet, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get the pan on. Okay, so it would help that we found actually off camera here, the lentil ones take like 2 minutes less to cook. So it would help that the top tier is one that cooks faster and potentially less portion size.
And this pasta?
Yes, however, we're missing something that's going to suddenly be like, ah.
Okay.
Can you go and get the sieve?
Ah.
We stick that in there. I need to put a bit more water in. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, this is going to be clever.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
This ain't no Jurassic Park potato, is it?
No, but I like this.
There we go. Remember, obviously, it'll be hot. It'll bubble up a little bit as well. So perhaps for a kid's portion, if you've got a child that wants, you know, a specific colour pasta, remember they do with different ones with spinach and things. This could be pretty cool. So we'll just warm this up. So the other pasta is hidden under there. And this one is there. And actually, if we want to be specific, this does need 2 minutes more. So we...
Just take that. I love this.
It should work, right? Nice. Well, other than it going a bit foamy, I think it's ready, right?
Yeah, I think this one is. And look.
Where's all the foam come from?
You don't even have to, like, drain it off.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, it's cool. Hack within a hack. So we can sieve down our first lentil one. It's got a bit of foam on it, but I mean, that's definitely cooked. Now, I want to keep this water for our next hack, so I guess this could have worked with a colander. And there we go. 2 pastas. Our water's just gone back in there for our next hack. Shall we have a little test? For our next one, we're going to have a sweet corn in there. 2 cobs gone in whilst that water's warm, might as well. Let's try some of this, eh?
Okay.
Oh, it's really soft.
That's cooked.
That's cooked, but it tastes really tender. I mean, I'm just like probably in the moment.
It's got no sauce on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Lentil one? Oh, that's different. Never had lentil pasta before. That has worked. And I was thinking like with like lasagna sheets where they're quite thin, you could get loads in there if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare that you'd be doing like multiple pastas at a certain time, but particularly if someone wants to have a lentil one or like they had brown rice pasta.
Oh, I like it. If someone wants spaghetti with their spaghetti bolognese and someone wants pasta shapes
with their
spaghetti bolognese. You could do that.
Yeah. Nice. The sweet corn is, oh, there we go. We're making the most of that foam that's in there. That pasta was delicious. Like, so tender. Oh.
Don't think it's meant to be tender though, is it?
No, not really. So, we've just boiled the kettle. We've got a glass here and a block of butter. Do you want to just dollop that in there? And now we top this up with the warm water to melt the butter.
Ooh.
So we go about 3/4 of the way up. And as you can see, there's little particles of the butter where it's melting already. We basically want it to be like an iceberg, like layer of floating butter. You might better make it look like a lava lamp if you do this. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
That's cool. See how it sort of floats to the top? Oh, that's
really satisfying.
It is, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, that's one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's really, really fun.
Oh my gosh, that actually looks quite gross.
Look, it's sitting on that buttery layer. Ah! Right. Shall I tell you what we're doing?
Kind of think I've got an idea.
Have you ever been in a situation where you want to dunk corn in a glass?
I have now.
Yeah, but rather than buttering it on like a lump of butter or spreading it on, this is a potential, that's warm, wow, dunking vessel where it will coat it as you dump it down.
Okay.
Right, we've skewered our corn. Let's dunk it in. So
Okay.
it should go down and get coated. Oh my gosh, that's weird. Da, 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 da.
Oh my goodness.
Is that covered? It's got a lot of seasoning on the bottom where it's punctured it.
Yeah.
Look how glossy that is. Oh, wow.
That was cool.
Now, I'm not going to deny it, the peppercorns have kind of failed a bit, but the butter, look at that, is so bizarre. Look at that. And we've actually like nailed the ratio of that so it doesn't spill out. That is absolutely covered in butter. It's going to be in every single groove, isn't it?
Oh, that's going to taste so good. I don't know. It's quite watery.
Mmm. But a delicate buttery glaze.
Yeah.
Mmm. It's glossy and there's definitely like a film of butter on there. But I think a lot of it is the water, isn't it?
I do.
I mean, you could increase the ratio of the butter. Oh, blimey. But I think it's just enough. It definitely lifts it. And I think that's the point of it. The seasoning actually on yours, the first one we put in, is sticking on the ends there. But I think you're better off just sticking to just butter. Mm.
That's quite a clever hack. I do
Yeah.
like that. I'm not sure it's worked,
It's a visually fun one, isn't it?
but it's fun.
Well, I think that has worked.
Okay.
Well,
Oh my
fine.
gosh, that's the first time I think we've ever disagreed on whether a hack has worked or not.
Maybe. Yeah, I do think that has worked. 5 out of 6 ain't bad, eh?
Nope. No, 5 out of... Oh yeah.
Now you're telling me. Last one. Have you ever been in a situation where you're making an omelette and you've got to do that bit? I love an omelette where you want both sides cooked.
Yeah.
But you want to turn it over and it breaks and all that stuff. Here's a simple hack to try and avoid that.
Oh, okay.
In goes the omelette mix. You know, you really should have sliced those peppers with a pizza wheel thing. So when we normally make omelettes here, we'll do them on the hob like this, and then to cook the top, I find them really delicate to try and turn them over, right?
Yeah.
So we would put them under the grill or the broiler, depending on where you're on the world, for the heat at the top to cook the top and then just tip it out. Whereas this idea comes a little bit more from a pancake hack, actually, where one way to flip UK-style pancakes rather than in the pan, you can turn them over. So we're going to get a lid, okay? So normally with the pancake one, you can use a plate, which of course you could do. Damn. Doesn't tell us to do this, but I think we're going to very lightly grease it. When the omelette is cooked on the bottom, we'll pass it out onto this and hopefully be able to flip it so the undercooked side is then on the bottom. And I volunteered to do the slightly more dangerous job to hold the lid.
Here we go.
Because there could be some fat. So yeah, I've got oven gloves on to protect myself. Yeah, so aim for that back bit. There we go. And then push. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we just go. I'm actually feeling very comfortable now because we've got the handle on the pan. We can almost tilt it a little bit to, oh, we could just do it like this. Hey!
Nice. I don't know how comfortable I feel about doing that on my own though.
Yeah, I was thinking that. You've got to be like, I mean, it should be okay. I mean, but you could do it with a dinner plate, the plate you're going to serve on as well, rather than the lid, right?
Yeah.
That's a good old omelette.
I've been looking forward to an omelette the whole video.
Oh, yeah.
It's done.
That is good.
I think they've all worked today. 6 out of 6.
6 out of 6.
Well done. First time ever,
Is it?
I think.
I think, yeah. There's always been a bit of an iffy one.
Yeah.
How's the omelette?
Very good.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I think Boston's after some, actually. Can we give a dog an omelette? Anyway, what was your favourite today?
Coffee cups.
Oh, I was going to say that. Jurassic Spuds. What about favourite hack of all time on the playlist?
The wine bottle with the blowtorch, chef's blowtorch.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was like our first dangerous one, but
Dangerous,
it was fun.
but useful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for me it was the orange bags that for shaking out the popcorn kernels. That was a good one. Right, thanks for watching, folks. Check out the rest of the hacks. Any cool ones, keep them coming in on social media of choice. Good ones today.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks.
2 out of the 6 so far have been successful.
No,
2 out of 2, all right.
2 out of the 2. We haven't done 6.
Not yet, but you've got 6 planned.
Do you know what? I could take that clip out and put it at the end of the video, and that would make sense.